and I'm just here to tell you something really quick. This has been going on for like 2 years, okay? And I have really been silenced, and I've been just following my attorneys, and law enforcement's.
Well, I've only had my attorney for a few months, and the FBI has only been involved for a few months. But we're talking Katie's time here, so that's 2 years.
Recommendations to ignore it and to just catalog everything, save everything.
Which I don't think I've been doing a very good job at because how do you catalog things by ignoring them?
Creepshow Art made these horrible videos about me, and she used my stalkers, which is true.
Great! Oh my God! So all we have to do is ask her who it is, right? And then we know who's been sending the emails and everything and the threats, right? Right?
So she made her very first video about me, and I noticed that on Twitter she was literally interacting with people that were actively doxing and harassing me.
But I wasn't stalking anyone on Twitter or anything. I just happened to notice this.
One Twitter account in particular had been doxing, harassing, stalking me for like I think a year and a half at that point.
Oh wait, what? You wanted receipts? Well, you're not going to get them here. Maybe go watch one of Creepshow Art's videos about me.
You used sources that have been actively doxing me, posting my photo. You used a Reddit that literally published my address.
Because every content creator on YouTube knows that once a source posts a picture of someone's house or doxes someone, you can never trust in them to ever provide like real, actual information ever again. You know what? Never mind all that.
Even when I shared what she was doing on LOL Cow.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? I totally exposed Creepshow Art way back during that whole uni server fiasco. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I was exposing what she was doing on LOL Cow. I wasn't doxing her. I can't believe none of you people picked up on it. I mean, I was screaming it all this time. Look at what she's doing.
I don't know if Shannon is involved in this. To be honest, I don't know.
Oh, but she will be by the time I'm done telling this story.
I'm trying to steal this moment from like Emily Artful. And I think what she did to Emily is terrible, but I think Creepshow did this to a lot of people.
Yeah, she's victimized a lot of people. I mean, why is everyone paying attention to Emily? Is she just a better victim than I am? Like, what does she have that I don't have?
Like, there's a lot of victims out there. And just because people don't like me doesn't give her a right to work with my stalkers to create content as hit pieces to take me down.
Yeah, and you don't get that right even if you do like me either.
If I was really doing these terrible things, some of this would stick, and it hasn't. None of it sticks. I've never been charged with crimes. I've never been ever, because I'm not doing the things that they say I'm doing.
Yeah, I haven't been charged with anything because I haven't been caught, and I do my taxes, so.
Effectively, she basically said that I was really being persistent and trying to collaborate with her. I literally sent her 2 total emails, and it was like one in the fall and then one a year later. So if 2 emails is being persistent, I don't know what that is. And then
I'm just as much a victim of creep shows than anyone else is. She called me persistent. She said that I was the stalker and I wouldn't leave her alone. I mean, no one else can say that.
And so that's when it started. And then she started like going on all these different channels and talking to people. She got involved with all these hate channels that make videos about me.
Yes, because if you commentate about commentary channels on YouTube, that's hate. But if you commentate about reality TV, that's not hate.
To repeatedly be told over and over and over again, you're just a shitty person. You don't get to be absolved of the crap that you did, when you're hearing this about things that you didn't do.
How dare you not absolve me of things I didn't do?
I understand and recognize I have a public platform. I understand and recognize that, like, I put it out there, so I should be able to take the backlash, right? But it's when people paint false narratives about you and put out slanderous information about you, then you have to, like, start to be like, how do you fight against a storm where everyone thinks that you're wrong?
See, when people start talking about you and saying things that you don't agree with, like your opinion doesn't match, well, then that's slanderous, okay? And free speech does not apply to negative opinions about oneself or about yourself. You have every right to demand to change their speech.
Right? And then how do you even engage with people to clear your name when they won't listen to you?
How can you engage with people and clear your name if you can't force them to listen to you and believe what you're saying?
And understanding the magnitude of what happened here and the sock puppets that are alleged, the stalking, the harassment, and think about all of the people on her platform that she accused of doing things that were really terrible, and really look at those people objectively.
Yes, all these people that she's accused of doing all these horrible things, you really should look at them again and look at them objectively. And you should do this as I sit here and accuse of all these other people of doing all these horrible things. Only, unlike Shannon, I'm not going to show any receipts. You will see no receipts from me, like, ever.
Not through the lens of hatred. Like, if you're looking at something and you hate someone, you will always find a reason to dislike them. I can't say that I love everything about the people I cover, but I also have things that I like about the people I cover, or I wouldn't cover them, right? I wouldn't invest time and energy in covering the Duggar content if there wasn't something about the Duggars or redeemable about these people. They have kids that are amazing, that are not bad people, that are stuck in a really bad situation.
Yeah, I know you may have heard me kind of accuse the Duggar kids of all the blanket training and everything, but really, I like them. I like the kids. They have amazing kids. Yeah, all their kids are amazing.
If her husband is stalking someone else and he was doing it before her, maybe he's an abuser. You know, you just don't know. Maybe Creepshow Art is stuck in an abusive marriage. And maybe she's also a victim in some way.
Yes, and now while keeping that in mind that she could very well be a victim too, let me go about and blame everything that happens to me ever in my life now on Shannon. Let it all be Shannon's fault. Let me remind everyone how she's a stalker, a liar, a harasser, a bully, and everything else I want to throw at her. That's exactly how I treat potential victims.
And I saw a comment by someone who said, like, just because Creepshow is getting dragged now, other creators like Hopeless Peaches and Katie don't get to be redeemed. And it's like, first of all, I have to remember that a lot of these people are like 15, 12. I mean, because I think a lot of the creators, the kids that watched her, she has like a younger audience, like 12 to 18 maybe. But if you're growing up in that culture, one of the biggest things I think you should learn as you come into becoming an adult is that it's so easy to judge what you don't know, and it's so easy to, like, when you're not feeling good about yourself, like, lashing out on other people, and also when you're not feeling good about yourself, like, to only find the negative in people.
Dude, I know. I just translate her shit, man. I can't make her say better stuff, though. I should have stayed in fucking school.
And so if you're watching that content and you're enjoying negative content, maybe you should also spend some time watching some not so negative content so you can feel good.
I guess you can't watch my channel then.
The channel against creators that you don't like. That's why I try not to talk about a lot of creators on my channel, just because I don't want to rile people up to hate people. Making sure that I stay true to my content and true to everyone that's around me, and making sure that I deliver on content that I find has integrity, credibility, and isn't hate-filled.
I used to be on a channel with this guy. He's apparently in a ton of drama for slamming Rachel Oates and defending Gabby Hanna. I'm not surprised he'd do this. Defending Gabby, in my opinion, is all about clout. I feel for Rachel getting harassed. I'm sending Rachel all my love. See? Love. So all those emails I've been receiving by the hundreds, from fake accounts, some disappearing. In a video on Creepshow Art's channel, she said making these emails is super easy, and you can send them fast. I don't know if she's behind this, but I have had a bad feeling this whole time about her. See, it's just me sending love to Creepshow. It's my love.
I don't feel safe in this other space where people want to tear each other down. I would rather tear down a cult that is actually literally harming people than tearing down a creator that's making a video. That's not my interest.
See, and it's all about tearing down, and it's all about my interest. I'm like the Dexter of YouTube. I don't want to be the one to go after and tear down these innocent channels anymore. No, I want to be used against evil instead. So I'm going to focus on the things that I find, or I mean, we all find evil. Okay? Yeah, I'm Dexter.
If you're one of those people constantly telling someone in comments, I hate you, you're a terrible person, you can't be redeemed, ask yourself why you're saying those things. Why is someone not redeemable?
If you're constantly in my comment section telling me I need to ask myself why there's always people in my comment section that don't like me, no. Maybe instead you need to ask yourself why you're there telling me this, huh?
What crimes did I actually commit?
Exactly. I mean, I do my taxes.
Right? Is the injustice so great that someone is completely and utterly incapable of doing anything good?
I'm not one of these stories I cover, so don't treat me like that.
Is it that you just want to have someone to hate and be hateful about? That's kind of always what I'm wrestling with.
It's always what I'm struggling with. I can never tell if what I'm doing is because I just want to be hateful or not.
I don't want people to hate Shannon. I don't want people to hate any of these creators.
Well,
I've only ever wanted peace.
on my terms.
If these creators actually would be honest,
Saying what I say.
and like willing to have a conversation with me,
No matter if we know each other or not, if I say your name and I'm talking about you, then you need to be willing to talk to me.
my DMs are always open.
Except for the list of people I blocked, which you're probably on it.
And I've yet to hear from a creator that actually wants to hear my side.
Exactly. I mean, my bully tactics didn't work, so how dare you not now want to hear me tell you my side?
I think there's been like a handful, like 2 or 3.
It's hard to keep track because so many of these creators are kind of faced with that question whether or not to deal with me.
Other than that, it's everyone would rather hate on me
Because that's exactly what YouTube is all about. Me.
because they make money hating on me.
And I just don't want to see them lose out on their income, so I keep giving them reasons to be in dramas with me and making them talk to me and hearing my side come from me. It's all because I'm trying to help their bottom line.
Did I lash out when I was getting attacked? Yes, I was under a ton of stress and I said a lot of things I completely regret because of the amount of stress I was under. I have taken steps to remove that kind of stress from my life.
Serious about removing the stress from my life that I'm making this Instagram live video about it.
Recognize on Twitter, one, my Twitter is dead because literally nobody comments on anything because of the sock puppets that have harassed all of my people. People say I block people all the time on Twitter. No.
Exactly. Twitter has about 186 million daily users. There's no way I block them all. I mean, there's some other reason why they're not coming to me and giving me attention. I mean, it's almost like they don't like me. But you're not allowed to not like me on social media. You have to be nice to me.
I honestly block the sock puppets and I block the people that I believe are in a group on Reddit working together to harass me.
And there's not 186 million people in that subreddit. So where is everyone else?
If you're not on Reddit and you're not participating in the harassment, all you have to do is DM me.
So long as I approve of what you do with the rest of your time on the internet, all you have to do is DM me.
If you're not in the Facebook group that's harassing me, I'm not going to, I'll unblock you.
That Facebook group was archived in January, and right now it's only showing 5 members. So, yeah, everyone can be unblocked now. Well, except for those 5 unlucky souls.
But I know very easily, I can tell when I start getting a string of comments and everyone has the same criticism that it's coming from one source.
I just got done saying how there's no one's on my Twitter. So if there's suddenly a bunch of people coming at me on Twitter, I know it's manufactured. I mean, it's not some natural engagement.
So if suddenly everyone starts criticizing me about you let this happen and I get 20 comments of it like in a row, I know that there's a conversation happening, whether it's on Reddit or in Facebook, where they're discussing what I've done, and all of these people are flooding me at the same time, probably in coordination. It might only be 5 people, but that's how I know people are doing things together. And those are the kinds of people that get blocked.
Okay. I'm the translator, right? I think I got this broken down, okay? If it was natural engagement, they wouldn't all have the same thing to say about me because that would be like popular opinion, and that just doesn't happen. So if it was natural engagement, they would all be saying different things, either criticizing me or giving me praise. Either way, it'd be all different. But since it's all the same, I know that it's not, and it's a conspiracy. Everyone's in on it. But only about 5 or 6 people make up everyone. But if you're going to come and give me nothing but insults, and if you happen to give me the same insult as someone else, you're getting blocked because I know you're not there be out of some genuine or sincere intent. No, you're there as a hater. Haters get blocked.
And you don't even have to be rude.
You think you could come to my channel or my page and be nice to me?
It's honestly just, I can see people collaborating together to be starting trouble. If you want to engage on this page and like engage in a positive way, that's fine. But like, I also have the ability to block out the negativity for my own mental health.
But I don't mean just block from my view. I mean block from all.
I don't want you to feel like you can't comment and you can't
Hope you like gambling.
be here, because so many people comment on here that don't actually like have, like, that don't agree with me.
For those who don't like gambling, we can play another game. Find the hidden object. Find the comments that are allowed to stay that don't agree with me.
It's all comes down to the way that you talk about things.
Oh, you didn't know? I'm the tone police.
Like, if you're like, Katie, you're a shitty person, well, of course you're gonna get blocked. Why wouldn't I not block someone that calls me names?
See, everyone there has free speech. Once.
There's a difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism.
And I am that difference. I'll let you know which one you're doing.
And also, just because you criticize someone and you don't like what someone's doing doesn't mean they have to listen to you.
Unless I am that someone and I'm in your DMs to tell you some warning about shadow banning or something.
So if you criticize a creator, they don't have to take your criticism.
But they have to take my DMs and my side of the stories.
But again, I want to stay focused and positive, and I hope you guys have a good day. And let me just turn comments on real quick here.
Pop quiz. Time to see who here has been paying attention.
Doing something productive, you know?
Like that shit I just took.
Like, imagine if every video I made about the Duggars was hateful. Like, I just don't do that.
Well, there you go. All we have to do is talk about her in the same way she talks about the Duggars. That's it. She didn't say which Duggar. What? Was there a comment a little hard to swallow there?
These accounts, I'll tell you, are all run by like 2 or 3 people. So one person has like 10 specific parody accounts that they run, all to harass me.
8.2 thousand members, all run by a few people.
And then I have a personal one that I never go on. That's like so old. I have a personal Facebook and I have one Twitter. That's all I have.
Oh, we're definitely leaving one of the Facebooks out of that list.
I had 2 Twitters at one point, and then that one got closed because it was older and it just was yuck.
Yeah, like old things are yuck.
Hey.
A long time ago, we were able to trace a bunch of stuff through IP addresses and through you can report the sock puppets.
Yeah, I'm not going to come back around to that whole tracing story because, like, it's all bullshit anyway.
As harassment, yes. I mean, that's what they're doing. And a lot of them are breaking the TOS by what they do is they comment behind blocks.
Okay, a serious moment here. I watch a lot of boring shit all day. So I can't really add more boring shit to this. And that includes Twitter terms of services. So if anybody knows exactly where it says in Twitter TOS that you are not allowed to comment behind a block, can you please share this with me? I would love to read this because I'm just genuinely curious.
I'm sure I do accidentally block real people, and that's why I've said, like, if you've been blocked and you're not part of these groups, that's cool, let me know. A lot of people are part of these groups that get blocked, and that's why they get blocked.
Oh, but by a lot of people, I mean like 5 or 6, right? Because that's who's running everything.
I do think they still engage because not long ago, somebody from there created a sock puppet. They claimed that they had, I'll just share this with you. They claimed that they had information. They pretended that they were friends with the Wisman family. So they pretended that they were friends with Hannah Wisman, who is Jeremiah's sister, or Jeremiah Duggar's girlfriend. And they sent me a message and they said, I want you to sign an NDA and then I'll give you information. And then immediately they got really upset because they knew they weren't going to get what they wanted from me. And so then they started just littering my inbox with just abusive things, calling me like a diaper wearing person and a bitch and a cunt and all of these terrible things. And I was like, this is so unprofessional.
Yeah, because that's always the first word that comes to my head whenever I'm called those names. You're just so unprofessional.
And then they took these recordings that they did to me and then they published it in the Reddit. So I know because people on Reddit were talking about it, someone from there was like, this is what's happening.
Well, I mean, someone told me that this happened, so I'm going to have to take their word for it. I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything. And according to the subreddit, nothing like this happened. But somebody told me this.
So they do engage constantly. And it's you can't control that many people.
You can't control 5 or 6 people. I mean, that's how many people are behind all of this. That's too many.
No, I'm not in the Reddit group, and they're not nice to me there. If I ever try to post in there, they're so mean.
See, anywhere I go, you can't be mean to me. And anywhere you go, I can say whatever the hell I want.
I think I stopped going into that Reddit because a year ago, somebody went into that Reddit and they posted photos of my next door neighbors with their grandson.
Serious moment. I want to point out, she was one of the first people to see this posted in the subreddit, but she never goes in there. Second, she has that date right. I looked at my screenshots. It was almost a year ago exactly. It was early July. The neighbors she's referring to are the ones that she had an issue with regarding her gay pride flag. None of us in the subreddit would know which one of her neighbors she had this issue with. How would we know which ones they were? The subreddit account that posted that is no longer an account. It's been deleted. But the name was Potential Ice 4 with the number 4, not the FOUR 4. I'm not sure of its relation or whatever, but I just thought I'd add that.
I mean, they literally, 2 people in my life that I don't have a relationship with and a little boy that I've never met were published to hurt me.
I don't understand. I mean, if you wanted to hurt someone, is one of the first ways that comes to your mind, is it posting a picture of their neighbors and one of their little relatives? It's not like their neighbors would ever see it. I mean, I don't think maybe her neighbors are in the subreddit, who knows? But in all seriousness, I don't think that they are. So how would that hurt her? It would only hurt her if she's seen it and she made a big deal about it. Almost like that's what she wanted.
This is a little boy. I don't even know this little boy. And that was put on that Reddit. And then the Reddit admins
removed it right away.
Will say, well, we didn't do that.
They didn't.
That was somebody else.
Potential Ice 4.
But it didn't matter. So, you can't accuse someone of being a bad person when there's people in the group doing bad things.
The Katie Joy Purity Test. Okay, now it's time for member shoutouts. I like to thank
L House, Dottie Morgan, Robin M, Melinda, Sassy Elmo, TB, Cheryl, Karen Collins, Anika Hildebrand, Maria Rose 1, Dottie Bloomsting, Vivi LCR, Amputee, Molly, Realification, Susan Canada, Mama Boys Nola, Dylan's Mom, Mima Dragon, Pretend Fashionista, Krista, Laura Nelson, The Dark Magician, Totally Clueless, Sally Godfrey, Teresa Hudson, Doreen the Tennessee, Faith Adams, Paula Dupree, Canceled Sadfish, Lola W, Captain T, Susan Elliott, Rena Rue, Sunny D, Sassy Nas, Sensibly Morbid, Jessica, Grace Case, Tifa, Busy B, Haiti Joyless, Nat, Berber, D. Connor, Bo Roundtree, Danny Marie, Betty Boop Wolf, Sue M, D. Maurice, Clara Spare, Diane McCall, MB, Sam Shaw, Jamie Couchard, Jovi's Mom, Hollyana from Kalamazoo, Annette Carlson, Lola Pepper, Allie R, Police Wife Life, Angel Cake, Nana Hawk, JCM, Kimberly Roddy Mom, Y'all Look What the Cat Dragged It, Nancy P, Atticus Finch, Absinthe 12, Sherry Landscaping, T. Adams, Crystal Clark, Sky Vision, Karma Kid 101, Sleepy Superhero, Shaz, Leah, Jeanette Stevens, Little Red Y'all, Gentry Art, Changing Cupcake, Ginger Art, Poodlerific, and Yoo-Hoo Shoo Shoo.
Thank you very much for joining, and thank you everyone for watching.